Welcome to my channel. Over 98% of you guys haven't subscribed yet. It will only cost you one click, and that one click will mean a lot to me. Now, today's topic, I'm going to talk a bit about politics. It's about the game DAO and the advertisement, but this video is going to get a bit political. I will talk about the left wing, right wing, and one of my favorite right wing commentators on YouTube. I'll also talk about him because it all comes together in a point. So now, Dow, a beauty products company, is telling us to play as ugly fat women in video games. So today I'm going to cover some topics. Let's talk about this Dow, a beauty products company. The word beauty lost all its meaning in today's world, so let's call it skin and hair care products company. Oh, you know what? Let's call it the soap company. This soap company, I'll talk about this company. They had some backlash, and then we will talk about the gaming, how the feminists get into these companies and messing up everything. And then next we will talk about the representation in gaming, how we want to play as gamers. And then the next part will be the gaming community and the industry, how much it's worth and everything. I'll talk about that. After that, the last part will be the political part. I'll talk about the left wing, right wing, why are they trying to push it. Some people are trying to push it away, some people are messing it with the ideology. So last part will be that, and then over the end. So now when it comes to DAO, this is not their first controversy when it comes to advertisements. This is at least the least controversy because only gamers and some of the right wingers are pushing it back. But a while ago, 4 to 5 years ago, they had an advertisement campaign showing a black woman removing the t-shirt and turning out to be a white woman. Kinda created a controversy. People were calling them racist and stuff. So that was a big backlash than this one. And after that, they had this. They were literally putting out women in underwear on the advertisements. So this is what they've been doing. They had a racist ad campaign, and then again they started putting women in the underwear on their advertisements. So these two started to give them a big backlash. So I think after that they started creating more, what do you call, woke advertisements. I think they hired some woke people to bring some wokeness into their advertisements. Wokeness is kind of like a salt in a dish. If you put enough salt, it will be tasty. If you put more salt, the dish will be ruined. Just like that, just a little bit of wokeness is good for you because you won't be racist. But if you go full on woke, and then everything is ruined. Just like that. So now, these woke people they hired has to be feminist. That's why they bring in this fat ugly woman and then telling us we have to play as that woman. Now when it comes to representation in gaming, so let's say I play games, I don't want to play as myself. If I want to play, I want to play as someone else. If I'm playing RPG game, I want to play as Geralt of Rivia. I want to cast the signs, I want to fight the monsters, I can't do it as myself. When it comes to playing, some people we play to escape the reality, some people play to compete for money, some people just play to pass time. So nobody wants to be ourselves. That's what I personally think. If I want to play as a cowboy, I can't actually do it in my real life, so I'll play Red Dead Redemption 2. If I want to be in a cyber city, I want modifications, I'll go and play Cyberpunk. So nobody wants to play as ourselves. If I want to play as a wizard, I want to go to Hogwarts because I watched the movie, I read the books, I want to go experience that. I cannot do it, so I will go and play Hogwarts Legacy. So that's not how we want to play games. We don't want to see our exact self be represented. Where are we going to, where is it going if we're going to see our exact self represented? How exactly how I look like, exactly how the powers I have, which is 0, and then what else, exactly where I'm from, the same height, same weight, same skin tone, where it will end the representation. Even they put some women in wheelchair, they want to be represented. Nobody wants to do that. If you really can't do stuff, you want to go and play the game so you can do stuff in the gaming world. If she is disabled, she doesn't want to be a disabled person in that video game. And this company, just out of nowhere, this company has no ties to gaming. They never sponsored a gaming tournament, they never sponsored a gaming team. They just come out of the box and come straight away and telling us we have to play as Fat Ugly Woman. This one has to do with the political part or the gaming community and industry part, which I'm going to talk about next. So the gaming community is almost let's talk about the gaming industry. Gaming industry is almost $200 billion worth now. So $200 billion. So almost all the companies want a piece of that. So that's why they start coming straight. And also the feminist part. The feminists, they go into the creative fields, storytelling, writers, or into that placement where they can directly talk to people, directly influence the people. That's kind of field they will go in, the kind of like a sleeper cell, and then they will start pushing their agenda and ruining everything. That's why they want to do what do you call that, go straight to the gaming industry. And now the 200 billion people want a piece of that, so they are doing that. And then the gaming community is almost 3 billion people. That's almost half of the planet Earth's population is playing games. If you're from a rich country, you have a big setup, you have a LED, RGB setup, nice, you will care about FPS and everything. But if you're from a developing country, you might play on a console. Even if you're from a poor country or underdeveloped country, people are playing on a mobile. So everyone is a gamer. Almost half of the planet is playing games. This population, half of the planet is playing games, and it's going to grow. At least, even if you don't let your kids to play, when they grow up, at least they might end up playing one of the mobile games. So we can't deny the possibility of more and more people becoming gamers. But now it's going to get to the politics part. So half of the planet is playing games, and then it's 200 billion worth. So where if you want to push your political agenda, if you want to convince people, even the kids are playing, so they have to target that. So that's why the left wingers are targeting the gaming industry. They already start, they can directly talk to the people, they can push their ideology, agenda, identity politics into the gaming industry. So even the kids are growing up playing those games, they will be familiar with the ideology, so they might get an influence from that ideology. That's why they're doing it. So just like all the other products, the left is trying to push the ideology. They will ruin it at the end of the process. Just like they're ruining the movies, just like they are sensitive reading the books, just like the education system. Now they're putting out everything in the education system, just like that, and they're going to ruin it. They already ruined it. Last of Us Part 2, can't forget that. The Part 1 is a beautiful story, but the end of the Part 2 is fucked up. And you may not have noticed that. Modern Warfare 2. The latest one, when you're playing that, you will end up seeing that woman saying she's a lesbian. That has nothing to do with the gameplay. It's a shooting game, action game, and you still have to put that. So I don't know where this is going. Witcher 4, when they released that, you all remember that the red flag, the guy was talking about, he's from, I forget the name, it's kind of a red flag. So the gaming industry is going there. So this is why the left wing is targeting these people. They want to include the ideology and put it to the people. At the end of the process, they end up breaking it. So for the right wing, it's a totally different story. People like Matt Walsh, he's one of my favorite YouTubers. So they are trying to push the people away. Gaming community. He's calling the gaming is waste of time. People who play lazy. This is half of the population, and he's trying to alienate them. The thing is, now he's fighting a war against the woke people, the left wingers. In real world, he's trying to save the children, he's trying to protect the women's right. But now it's time for the gamers to fight and save our virtual world from these woke idiots. This war shouldn't be fought in two different fronts. We have to join hands and fight against these woke idiots. He's trying to fight in save the real world. We should try and save the virtual world. We should join hands and fight these monsters. So, like I said, it's just a politics part. So Let's join hands and try and save our virtual world and real world from these woke companies and woke feminist ideologies. Bye.